The land snail is one of the most underestimated organisms on Earth, moving slowly through forests, gardens, grasslands, and rocky terrains while quietly shaping ecosystems that depend on balance, patience, and time. Long before humans cultivated soil or measured ecological cycles, land snails were already perfecting the art of survival on land, carrying their homes on their backs and mastering the delicate relationship between moisture, calcium, and life itself. From an evolutionary perspective, land snails represent a remarkable transition from aquatic ancestors to fully terrestrial life. The distant relatives once lived exclusively in water, relying on gills and constant hydration. As environments changed and land became more hospitable, certain mollusks adapted in extraordinary ways. The land snail evolved a lung-like structure instead of gills, allowing it to breathe air, while its muscular foot became optimized for movement across rough, dry, and uneven surfaces. This transition was not sudden, it was the result of millions of years of gradual adaptation, selective pressure, and environmental challenge. Physically, the land snail is defined by its spiral shell, a structure that is both protective armor and a living record of its life. The shell grows along with the snail, adding layers as the animal matures. Made primarily of calcium carbonate, it serves multiple functions: protection from predators, prevention of water loss, and shelter during extreme conditions. The shape, thickness, and coloration of the shell vary widely among species and are influenced by habitat, climate, and available minerals in the soil. In dry regions, shells tend to be thicker to reduce evaporation, while in humid environments they may be lighter and more fragile. The snail's body is soft, flexible, and highly sensitive to environmental changes. Its skin constantly secretes mucus, a substance that reduces friction and allows the snail to glide smoothly over surfaces that would otherwise be damaging. This mucus also helps retain moisture, which is essential for survival. Despite its slow speed, the land snail is far from defenseless. Its tentacles, especially the upper pair that carry the eyes, are highly mobile and can retract instantly at the slightest disturbance, allowing the snail to assess danger while minimizing risk. Behaviorally, land snails operate on a rhythm dictated almost entirely by humidity and temperature. They are most active during the night or after rainfall, when the air is moist and the risk of dehydration is low. During dry or hot periods, snails retreat into their shells and enter a state of dormancy known as aestivation. In colder climates, a similar process called hibernation allows them to survive freezing temperatures. During these periods, the snail seals the shell opening with a thin layer of dried mucus, effectively isolating itself from the external environment. Feeding habits of land snails are both simple and ecologically significant. They are primarily herbivorous, feeding on leaves, algae, fungi, decaying plant matter, and even lichen. Using a specialized tongue-like structure called a radula, covered in microscopic teeth, snails scrape food particles from surfaces. This feeding behavior plays a crucial role in nutrient cycling, breaking down organic material and returning essential elements to the soil. In this way, land snails act as silent recyclers, contributing to soil fertility and plant health. Socially, land snails are mostly solitary creatures, yet their reproductive behavior is one of the most fascinating aspects of their biology. Many land snails are hermaphrodites, possessing both male and female reproductive organs. This adaptation increases reproductive success in environments where encounters with other individuals are rare. Mating rituals can be complex and prolonged, sometimes involving elaborate behaviors that ensure genetic exchange. After mating, snails lay eggs in moist soil, where the young develop independently, already equipped with miniature shells. Despite their resilience, land snails face numerous threats in the modern world. Habitat destruction, pollution, pesticide use, invasive species, and climate change have significantly impacted snail populations globally. Because they are highly sensitive to environmental changes, land snails are often used as bioindicators, signaling the health of ecosystems. A decline in snail populations often reflects deeper ecological problems that may eventually affect many other species, including humans. Beyond the biological role, land snails occupy a unique position in cultural, scientific, and even philosophical contexts. Their slow movement has often been used as a metaphor for patience, persistence, and the passage of time. Yet this perception overlooks the fact that slowness is not weakness but a finely tuned survival strategy. By conserving energy and avoiding unnecessary exposure, land snails thrive in environments where speed would be a disadvantage. In ecological systems, land snails form an essential link in food webs. They serve as prey for birds, small mammals, reptiles, amphibians, and insects. At the same time, their feeding activities regulate plant growth and microbial communities. The calcium stored in their shells eventually returns to the soil after death, enriching it and supporting future generations of organisms. This closed-loop contribution highlights how even the smallest creatures play outsized roles in maintaining ecological balance. Adaptation remains the defining theme of the land snail's existence. Some species have evolved to survive in deserts, sealing themselves for months at a time until rare rains arrive. Others inhabit dense rainforests, thriving in constant humidity and complex vegetation. Urban environments have also become habitats for certain land snails, demonstrating their ability to coexist with human development, albeit often at great risk. Scientific research on land snails has contributed to advancements in neurology, regeneration studies, and environmental science. Their relatively simple nervous systems make them valuable models for understanding learning, memory, and sensory processing. Studies on snail mucus have even inspired research into medical adhesives and wound-healing materials, showing how nature's designs often surpass human engineering. Ultimately, the land snail is a reminder that survival does not always favor the fastest or the strongest. Sometimes, endurance, adaptability, and harmony with the environment are the most powerful tools of all. In the quiet movements of a land snail across a forest floor lies a story of evolution, resilience, and the deep interconnectedness of life on Earth.